What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys. Here today I'm going to be going over all of the methods to go ahead and get free players. I'm going to be not really ranking them, but just explaining which ones are easier or which ones are going to give you better rewards. So basically which ones you should focus on first, maybe which ones to go back to later, or depending if you are trying to upgrade certain players or things like that. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into it by getting into the solo challenges. This is where you're going to get most of the free players, actually pretty much all of them. Some of them you do have to put things into sets, but this by far will be the easiest way to get the player. So starting off, a very easy solo challenge to go ahead and do is the Team of the Year solo challenges. So I only have 94 stars, and I obviously already earned the fantasy pack, so I think it might have been either 90 stars or 80 stars, but it was very easy to get that Team of the Year fantasy pack. What I advise doing on these solo challenges, you can see I pretty much finished offense. There's only 10 challenges on offense, and I pretty much finished them. I just didn't do Jason Peters. Team of the Year defense, I didn't do them at all, you can see. And then for the Team of the Year specialist, I actually completed these. So I advise doing the specialist first. It doesn't really matter, but the reason I did specialist first is rush 6 times, rush for 75 yards, score a passing touchdown. So it was actually very, very easy to do that one. And a lot of them are very easy. For instance, McCole Hardman, return a kickoff for 60 yards. So it's very easy to do these Team of the Year challenges, and you get some very, very good players. They're all 96 NATs. Pretty much every player that you do a solo challenge for has a card, but no matter who you get, it is a good card that could definitely benefit your team. So I definitely advise starting there as the number one. Now, second up is going to be the Gauntlets. So I have all of the Gauntlets completely complete, but the reason it's really good is because you don't have to get the full stars to go ahead and get these Gauntlet players. So if we check out, for instance, Gauntlet 1, you only have to get, I think it is like 100 stars to get that Gauntlet fantasy pack out of like the 150 stars. So that means you don't have to do a lot of them on either 5 stars, or you don't have to do the ones like the full games or things that you basically can't do. You don't have to. So it becomes super easy to go ahead and get 3 Gauntlet players. You get those tokens, and by doing that, you get a ton of rewards on it. So I will go show you in the sets for the Gauntlets. You have a choice of a ton of different players, and you can also upgrade those players through the newer Gauntlets and get yourself high overall players. So if we go ahead and we head over to the sets, if we check this Gauntlet right here, you can get a Gauntlet player, which is Juju, Fournette, Ed Oliver Jr., Devin White, or Derwin James. Then you can get, in the 2, you can get Emmanuel, Cook, Marshall Yanda, Terrell Suggs, Xavier Rhodes. Then you get in Gauntlet 3 exchange player, which is a Keith Bullock, Merton Hanks, Troy Aikman, Ty Law, or Wayne Sherbert. If you do complete them all on the highest difficulty, 100% basic completion, you also could get a 4th Gauntlet player or a 94 plus auctionable player. But obviously completing the Gauntlet to full stars may be a little hard for some. I do have videos on how to complete them, especially for Gauntlet 3. Those full games are very hard to complete. But from completing them, you also can upgrade the player. So for instance, the first Gauntlet, Juju, isn't a high overall when you get him. But if we go to Gauntlet 2, we get a upgrade token. So you get a G2 upgrade token. So what that means is I was able to upgrade my Juju Smith-Schuster to the level 2, which I believe was like a 92 or a 93 level, something like that, maybe even a 94. And then you go ahead and upgrade them with the G3. If you go to Gauntlet 3, you get a couple more free upgrade tokens. So you get the 2 upgrade tokens right there, and then you get the player. So that's super beneficial because you basically get 3 96 overall players from these challenges, and they're also very good coin rewards. You get free elite players and a bunch of coin stacks as you level up through them. So very, very good to do in my opinion. The next one I would do would be the NFL 100. So NFL 100 is very good because once again, these solo challenges are very easy. There is a lot of them you need to do. So the way you get the free player is by completing all of these stars. Now, all of them are only on 1 star. So basically you have to do a ton of challenges, but they're very easy. For Emmitt Smith, rush for 25 yards and then pass for a touchdown. Jim Brown rushed for 80 yards and a touchdown. So it's like basically one drive. You can finish a set of 4 of them in probably less than 5 minutes, even if that. So, it'd only take you like 20, 30, 40, maybe less than an hour, most likely for sure, unless you are having issues. It's on 1 star, so they're not hard. For instance, score a touchdown this drive. And you also get all of the power-up players that you can sell back as well. So you're going to get a ton of power-up players. And then you also get that free NFL 100 player who can help you because he's like a 94. But he also probably has another upgrade depending on who you have. And it's a fantasy pack, so you do get to choose who you want, which is super, super beneficial as well. Doing that is obviously super beneficial. And then for these free agency promos, these are pretty good to do as well. So you don't have to get the max stars. Once again, I don't know how many you need to get that 96 because I've already earned it, and I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you haven't completed it yet, it'll probably tell you. You don't have to get max stars, obviously, but you get a 96 overall free agency player, which is also NAT, but it is still a free player, and it's super easy to do. So I definitely advise going ahead and doing that as well to get yourself that free 96 overall player. That's really what you want. NFL draft is also very good as well. What you're going for is these draft diamonds, actually. You don't really care about the draft picks. You do get a lot of 90 and 93 overall players, but you want to focus on these draft diamonds. The reason is in the sets, and I will go show you, you're going to get 2 96 overall players as well. Actually, I think I might have did I get higher than a 96 on the second draft diamond? I'm going to go check to show you guys, but you for sure get a 96 overall player of your choice. So in the draft diamonds, they're non-repeatable, but for 2 of the collectibles, you get a 97 overall right here. So it's 97s, that's what it is. And then you can get your 97 from the draft class. So you get 1 that's like throwback, and then you get 1 from this new draft class. So in the draft heroes, pretty much any of these players you can go ahead and get there. So there's 32 players, I think there is. 31 players maybe that you can get that are 97 overalls. So there's a ton of them that are very, very good at their position, definitely end game cards, and they're pretty easy to do as well. It's not too hard to go ahead and do that NFL draft, in my opinion. And once again, you don't have to necessarily do full stars, so if you can't do all of them on full stars, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, for Journey, I think Journey is pretty good to do as well. The only thing I would say is Journey 3, you don't actually get a free player from it, but you do get the top 3 cards to put into a player, which could, for the theme diamonds, which could help you out with that. I don't really like Journey because of how long it takes. They're very easy challenges. I did grind them out to get certain players because I wanted to add, Byron Jones on my team. And you do get coins and packs, so they're not bad to do. But personally, they do take a little bit of more time, so I definitely would do them basically last, just because of the other ones are going to be a lot easier to do. I would actually advise doing MUT Superstars even before that. Now, MUT Superstars, you're only going to get an 89 or 90. The thing is, you only have to go to tier 2. You don't have to go all the way to 245 stars. You just want to get that 89 and 90. And the reason the 89 and 90 is pretty good, depending on who you get, is you can easily get Patrick Mahomes, Todd Gurley, Luke Kuechly. A lot of these cards do actually go for a good amount, and these challenges aren't that hard. So if we go ahead and just check out some of the challenges, 3 minutes left, intercept a pass, score a touchdown, win the game. Or 3 minutes left in the third, Stephon Gilmore, win the game with 3 minutes left in the fourth, force a punt. So a lot of them aren't that tough to do, in my opinion. I definitely advise doing them because those cards are very good for the overall. You can see it's Patrick Mahomes, Ertz, Stephon Gilmore, Harrison Smith. You can get Odell, Kuechly, Gurley. Like I said, there's a ton of them to choose from, and some of them do go for a pretty good price, especially the Patrick Mahomes. I know it is NAT, but if you wanted Patrick Mahomes on your team, you're going to save a ton of coins by doing that challenge. I also advise doing MUT Heroes. So you get a Hero Fantasy Pack, which is also only a 90 or 91 overall player, but it is a fantasy pack. So let's say you're going to take David DeCastro from the 97 set for NFL Draft. If you do the MUT Heroes and you get this David DeCastro, you're going to save yourself a ton of coins because he goes for for a 91, he goes for like 150,000, or at least that's what he has been going for. I'm not sure as of today, but he does go for a lot, and you save a ton of coins upgrading him. He's one of the best right guards in the game right now. So that being said, let me know down below if you guys haven't looked at any of these methods, or if you guys are behind on solo challenges. I know a lot of you guys may be caught up, but there's a lot of new players that may have not been caught up. So I just wanted to give them a little bit of tips on that. That being said, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe and turn on that post notification bell. And as always, I will see you next time.